I think that I'll continue the oral transmission of this to finish this one. At least that'll be good. I think the lower realm is the lower realm suffering in the Lamrim. I think it's a little bit like, Africa or somewhere. Which country? There's for so many years, so much torture, so many people got killed, but the rest of the world doesn't know. The rest of the world doesn't know, is not aware. In Africa, you know the place? Rwanda? Yeah, it's Africa. I heard so many years. Totally, how many million people? For 5 million, huh? 4 million. Huh? Is it 5 million people or something? But there's so much happening, but the rest of the world, it doesn't, they don't, say, never brought to the, never, say, announced or never brought to the world that so many years of so many people get killed, so much suffering. It's a little bit like also Tibet. Due to his illness, more each every year, more with the Nobel Peace Prize, and then more every year, more known and respected in his illness. So you come to know his illness qualities. And his qualities, his compassion, wisdom. So it came a little bit known, but still not much. Just a little bit known about Tibet. Here and there, a little bit shown on TV, but very just very short. But his rest is not known, not shown, not known. So it's like that. So there are many examples like this. This, in the similar case, the lower realm suffering. So I'm using similar example, in the human world, similar that. So here the lower realm suffering explain the teachings. So like that. I guess, not so much known. It's happening. All those heavy sufferings are nobody brings the suffering into the realms, but unknown to the human beings, devas, unknown to the human beings in human realm, unknown to them, unknown to the devas, asuras, so it's like that. So, like even situation, even the very close, even the situation in Tibet, even all the suffering they've gone through. More people come to know now, but still, I think, known and unknown. There's most number unknown. So it's like that. Yeah, in many parts of the West, unknown, and I don't know how much is known to the public. And also, maybe especially in China, maybe the public doesn't know about Tibet, how much they've gone through suffering. So like that, the lower realm suffering here. It exists, but it's only those who meditate, only those who explore, only those who learn Dharma teachings, Buddha, omniscient one, come to know that. I guess the hell is like in many religions. I think they have the explanation maybe not the same, but yeah. There's a Kirti Rinpoche, not Kirti Tsenshab Rinpoche, Kirti Rinpoche. That Kirti Tsenshab Rinpoche, Tsenshab means not actual teacher, but not actual guru teacher, but Tsenshab is like substitute of teacher. You help in debating, giving answer or debating, for training, for helper for studying for studying philosophy, helper, debater, to help debating, and then also maybe answering that. Who helps things study, not actual teacher. So some High Lamas, like Sanatya Lama has a Tsenshab from I think Sarah Me Gaden, the Gaden Changzi Shatse, Debung Roseling Komang. So each from I think probably from each monastery, I think, I'm sure. Very learned, extremely top learned ones to help, but not actual teacher. Tsenshab. So like this second Tsenshab Rinpoche, like that. Then of course later become guru, to initiation. I think the commentary of the Lama teacher's teaching, Lama the Path to Enlightenment, the commentary that the Lama took from his second Tsenshab Rinpoche, also some initiations. Then, so Kirti Tsenshab Rinpoche, I think the Tsenshab to Kirti Rinpoche instead. So Kirti Rinpoche has one manager, monk. So Kirti Tsenshab Rinpoche told me, that. So one time he had experience of hell. He didn't die. He didn't die, but how to say? Probably, maybe sleeping or something. So he actually had experience with hell. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some subtle mind, I'm not sure what it is. So he had, and I think saw the hell realm. That maybe the ground is salt, or everything is salt. The whole ground is salt, or something. Maybe everything is fire, or something. I'm not sure. I don't know how long, but unbelievable. So then after the I think it's not just dream. Yeah, Rinpoche said he actually had Kirti said he actually had experienced hell. Rinpoche said something, very something like similar like our life daytime. Not no such dream. So after he had this hell experience, then he said, Kirti Tsenshab Rinpoche said, since he had the experience of hell, then he just non-stop recite, continuous chant prayer, non-stop. Non-stop. Rinpoche said, now I don't know how he see doing, but he had this non-stop, continuous chant, non-stop. Because so scared. So I think, so meditating on the Lord realm, it helps to not waste time. Precious human life. You see? And it gives courage, gives courage to renounce the meaningless activities. So, more you understand lower realm suffering, then it's very easy to abandon meaningless activities. Very easy, no difficulties. Before that, so difficult to practice Dharma, but so easy to engage in meaningless activities. So easily drawn into that. So easily get asleep in that, or so easily get drowned in that. So much time for, for delusions. So to do, meaningless activities of this life, for the happiness of this life, so much time, but no time for Dharma practice. So busy for that, but no time for Dharma practice. So there is time, but the time is gone for, there's time, but time is gone for the other one, not for Dharma. So there is time. But, because not aware the result of negative karma, the sufferings of the lower realms is most unbearable. So not having really understanding, not having really understanding faith. You see. So not known, or even one think there is, but not don't feel one do not feel one do not feel so unbearable. So become more kind of intellectual, or that. Didn't have the realization that how it's fate how it's most unbearable, and then one has to remember every day. Then that's how one is able to bear hardships to practice Dharma and to abandon. No difficulties to abandon meaningless work. No difficulties to abandon delusion. No difficulties. there happened similar. And that mentioned in the Lamdrum teachings, one monk, Sarnath or somewhere. This is a story from Sutra. One monk had a preta suffering, actual preta suffering one night. So where there was a river Ganga, so could not see any one drop of water, and had so much suffering of preta, and so the proof is that it wasn't dream, but there was actually experience. It was because his robe was other side of the river, hanging on the tree or something. So it was not dream actually, because next day his robe was actually there hanging outside the river tree. So therefore it's not a dream. It actually had the experience overnight or something like that. Yeah. Didn't remember details, but that's so this in a kind of short-term experience like that. How to develop the spiritual realizations and that relate to suffering of the lower realm, lower states. Although the topic of meditating on the suffering of the lower state is taught separately from how to perform the act of taking refuge, the ideal way to practice them is to take refuge right after reflecting on each aspect of lower states. Still, a powerful and effective instruction for the novice practitioner is to meditate initially. Where's novice practitioners?
Beginners.
Huh?
Beginners.
Beginners. For the novice practitioners is to meditate initially on the suffering of the lower states alone, separately from the act of taking refuge. Then, after gaining the first stage of experiential realizations, you should cultivate the two practices jointly. Among the areas of three lower states, begin by meditating on the suffering of revivals, which is the first of the hot hells. After generating the perception that you have actually taken birth there, contemplate its suffering as though you are really experiencing them. You may think it would be agonizing to be born in such a place. But I am only imagining this. It is not a real experience. Though it is just your imagination and not a real experience, your mind contains the seeds of accumulated and undiminished karma that have been power to hurl. What's that?
Throw.
Huh?
Throw.
That have the power to hurl you you into the revival's hell. So have no doubt when these seeds are activated and rendered potent. In the limb called being, you will definitely fall into that place. In the limb called being. Not sure. I'm lost. If it frightens you now merely to complete such a place, what will you do when you are actually born there? Contemplate how you will actually endure suffering like that. Contemplate how you will manage to bear such a long lifespan. Meditate alternately and with conviction. then on these two ideas, that you have actually been born there and that you are certain to be born there, when you developed an intense desire to seek, to seek immediately a means of liberation and a refuge that can save you from this peril. And this brings on such great apprehension that you even lose your appetite for food. That is the measure of having generated an experiential awareness of the suffering of the lower states. Likewise, try to meditate in the manner that was just described, intensely and with single-minded determination until you generate the realization that relates to the individual sufferings experienced in black lines. Compression, screams, great screams, conflagration, great conflagration. I'm sure. I'm not sure the translation. Hot and great, hot and great. Sour. And unrelenting torment. What's relenting?
Unceasing.
Unrelenting torment. After that, apply this same method of contemplation to the four great adjacent hell regions. What adjacent?
Neighboring.
Adjacent hell regions. And the 8 cold hells don't reflect as though you were watching some remote spectacle. Reflect instead that you have actually been born in these places and that you are certain to be born there. After meditating intensely on what you will experience there and how you will have to undergo terrible and intense suffering for a very long time, and unbearably strong pain will penetrate your heart as before and cause you to lose all contentment. And cause you to lose all contentment. When you develop an intense desire to seek a means of liberation and refuge that can save you, this is a mark that you have generated the proper realization to enhance your practice when meditating on the suffering of the hells. Read their descriptions in the sutra on well-composed recollection. The Tempanyesha, mindfulness. And examine carefully the specific suffering of these regions as they are depicted in drawings. After doing this, reflect. As soon as I cast off this physical form, I too will become a victim of these very same conditions. What shall I do then? Recalling this again is the best way to improve your practice. Recalling this again is the best way to improve your practice. So it's the answer. After that, so if somebody has a question, how to improve the practice? So here's the answer. Well, after that, generate a state of awareness in which you imagine so the Nagarjuna explained, you see, that one must remember the sufferings of the hell realm, hot and cold. One should remember every day. One should remember every day. So then, if one recollect them every day, then you see, then it's then there's no difficulties to practice Dharma. no difficulties, to abandon desire, the delusions. So then no hardships to practice Dharma, because you are able to see the shortcomings of delusion, so you don't follow the delusion. So no hard. Only the hardship is one follow the desire clinging to this life. One will follow the delusions, then one will find difficult to practice Dharma. The difficult comes. One will follow, but the minute when you don't follow delusion, then there's no difficulties to practice Dharma. That itself is, when you don't follow delusion, that itself is Dharma practice. When one will stop following delusion. So another way of explaining what Dharma practice is. So one will stop following the delusion, the three-person mind, and the attachment clinging to this life, attachment. Then the more pure Dharma than that, attachment. Not following the attachment, even seeking. Seeking this next life's future life samsara happiness. They're more pure than that. Understand by ignorance concept of true existence. They're more pure than that is understand by self-realization thought. So, Dharma. So then process that. Then on top of that, there's tantric, the Dharma, tantric practice, path, the pure thought and pure appearances. Then there's isolation of speech, isolation of mind, illicit body, unification of those truths. There's a result of unification normal learning. So, what one, even one is a great scholar that knows all the sutra, tantra, all those hundreds of volumes by heart, can explain, can remember from the heart. Everything can, all the teachings of Buddha, all the scriptures, can remember and can explain from the heart. All the commentaries. However, coming to the the very meaning of Dharma practice, however, that is one in the life when one follows delusion, then when one follows delusion, one of one's actions become work for one of one's actions, even meditating, listening, explaining Dharma, However, if it is according to if it is not against delusion, not against, not opponent to delusion, but harmonized to the delusion, it become work for the delusion, service for the delusion. Then it doesn't become Dharma. Even during retreat, it doesn't become Dharma. If it is harmonized to delusion, if it is if it become service work for, if it's for the delusion, if it becomes for the delusion, then it didn't become Dharma. So whenever one stop following delusion, that is Dharma. Whenever your actions become opponent to the remedy, whenever your actions become remedy to your delusion, then that time becomes Dharma. So Dharma. So the whole point is very simple. What it means is if it's harmonized to delusion, then it's not Dharma. If it's a remedy to the delusion, against delusion, then it's Dharma. So that becomes Dharma. Even say, even dancing, singing, so forth. So forth, whatever. If it become antidote to delusion, remedy to delusion, become Dharma. All those become real Dharma. So see, and other action become antidote or remedy to that delusion, then become real Dharma. So that so one continuously reflects every day, and then when one has realization of the Lord realm suffering, then that nothing else in the mind to think as a Dharma, in the action nothing else to think as a Dharma. So I think become like that. I think so easy, so, like in Pabongkapa said, so easy. So easy to practice Dharma, but so difficult to not practice Dharma. So difficult. So you find the easiest one is to practice Dharma in the life. So then it happens after realization, impermanence, death, realization of the Lord and of sufferings. So that easiest one is Dharma, because you see. So that. After that, generate a state of awareness in which you imagine that you have actually become each type of hungry ghost and animal. Though at this time you haven't really become these beings, your mind is a storehouse filled with the myriad forms of projecting karma that will surely cause you to be born in there before very long. So reflect. When that happens, these are the experiences I will undergo. Then ponder all the activities you will engage in both while working and at rest. When you actually take birth as different types of hungry ghosts, or as dog, a donkey, a worm, a bird, a deer, or so forth, also ask yourself, how will I be able to endure all this? To enhance this practice, read as well about the suffering of hungry ghosts and animals as described in Sutta, well-composed recollection. Meditate in this way until you think. I wish I could close the door to the lower state in this very moment. Or how wonderful it would be to find a means of closing it right now. Stop here. This one, not so long. Part 7. Training yourself in the practice of taking refuge. After generating, as described, the realization that relate to suffering in the 3 lower states, you will also develop the desire to find a refuge that can save you from this plight. When this occurs, you are ready to contemplate how the Triple Gem is the only true refuge and to reflect on their various qualities. You will elicit a mental transformation by reflecting for about 7 days on the 4 reasons that explain why they are a worthy object of refuge. After that, meditate on the Buddha's physical, verbal, and mental qualities and on the qualities of his activities. Do this in accord with your intellectual powers, either in brief, by following the explanation that appears in the Lamdrim writings, or in detail by following those presented in the major philosophical treatises, such as the 2 ornaments and the higher science. And the like, the measure for having generated the proper experiential realization is to develop an intense faith that cannot be reversed. Meditate similarly on the qualities of Dharma and the Sangha, either in brief as taught in the Lamdrim or in detail as taught in the major text treatise. The measure for having generated this realization is again to develop a strong faith that cannot be overcome. Through having recognized the qualities of these systems, Triple Gem, that is our teacher who is teaching and those who practice the teaching. After eliciting a realization of this topic, do the same for each of those. In the section called Learning the Distinctions, the measure for having generated this realization is to be able to apprehend clearly the distinction associated with each aspect of the Triple Gem. After eliciting that realization, go to the next topic, which addresses how to take refuge by professing faith in the Triple Gem. Reflect, I accept my Guru and the Buddha as the one who teach me how to find refuge. I accept the Holy Dharma gem as the actual refuge, and I accept the Sangha as the companions who help me to find refuge. The measure of this experiential realization is to gain the conviction that you could accept only the triple gem with such strong faith, because no other teacher, refuge, or followers are their equal. After generating this experiential realization, the next topic is to take refuge by disavowing. What's it? Disavowing? Huh?
No, what does it mean?
This what? Disvalid.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah.
What? Ale. The next topic is to take refuge by disavowing faith in any other tradition. Reflect carefully how our teacher, the Buddha, and his teaching are the sole point of entry for those who seek liberation, and how they are superior by virtue of possessing six distinctions. Reflect as well on how other teachers and their teachings, such as the doctrines of Bon, the Tikas, great bodily gods, and all those teachings and teachers different from Dharma are integral in that they possess six opposite distinctions. Those reflecting thus bring forth a heartfelt conviction of how our Supreme Teacher, his teaching, and those who follow it are the sole refuge, and how no other tradition whatsoever is a true refuge. The measure of realization is reached when these keeps you from generating even though slightest thought of wanting to take refuge in someone else. After that, you will elicit a mental transformation by meditating for about 7 days on the benefit of taking refuge, also for about a week on the precepts to be observed. So exert yourself with a heartfelt conviction, because it does not take very long to generate realizations of the meditation topics associated with the taking refuge. Study and reflect on the explanation found in the major scriptures. Learn as well to meditate on them with a single-minded determination. For the virtuous qualities of the triple gem are as vast as space, as numerous as the grain of sand in the Gangas, as deep as the ocean. Moreover, the three realms are too small to hold the merit that is gained. For the virtuous qualities of the triple gem are as vast as space. No. This one I can understand. No. 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 It's correct. Maybe it's correct. No, I mean, that is also correct. But there's a quotation from Sutra that when we take the benefits of taking refuge, when we go for refuge, then the merit we collect, if it's materialized, then even the whole space, even the whole sky won't fit, not enough. Gyapsang sonam sujena dongsum dian lo tujungs. So going for Gyapsang went, you say, Gyapsang is past, song is past. So already went for refuge. Relied on Buddhadharma Sangha. See, if the benefit is materialized, the merit that you relied on, that you took refuge in Buddhadharma Sangha, it's not saying the refuge vow with ceremony of the Lama, with the ceremony prayer with the Lama. It's not. It's not just saying only that. It means any time. Whenever we begin our practice, it begins with the refuge. See, like that. Whenever you take refuge in our daily life, Buddhadharma Sangha, so the merit, if it's materialized, even the three galaxies, Dongsum Dian, see. So I guess I don't know that one counting one universe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, one whole entire universe with the sun, moon, the whole entire. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,000, then 1,000 like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 2,000, then 2,000 like that. By counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1,000 like that. So that's the so it's called Dongsum, Dongsum. So means like that. Or the universe, or galaxies, one galaxy, two galaxies. Not sure what universe or galaxies, what to be or sand, not sure. So either one glass, two glasses, then it's 1,000, then that 1,000 to 1,000 glasses, but that 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1,000. Then like that 1,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, then I can come 1,000. So like that. So even that many glasses or universes here, 3,000, that 3,000 like that is small for the merit to fit. Each time when you take refuge, the merit that you collect. Each time your heart alive. Each time taking refuge is done, the merit that you collect, it says, yeah, come to if it's materialized, so Kamsum is 3,000, Dongsum is so like that, 3,000 glasses of universe. So maybe Kamsum 3,000, I'm not sure. So small, doesn't fit. So much merit. And also by whatever practice we do, by taking refuge, then we do the practice, then the merit is double. The merit is 100 times. The merit increases 100 times. This was it's meant. I think it's Kirti Tsenshab Rinpoche. Maybe Kirti Tsenshab Rinpoche. For the the person, living in the morality, abstaining from 3 negative actions, and living in the morality, abstaining from 4 negative actions of speech. So that person's practice, is that Buddhism or not? See? Is that Buddhism or not? Huh? No. Huh? He hasn't taken refuge. He hasn't taken refuge. So it's Buddhism, not Buddhism. Person who who doesn't rely on Buddhadharma Sangha, but abstain from living the morality, took vow, living the morality, abstaining from 3 negative actions, the body, and 4 negative actions of speech. Living those moralities, so that is that person's practice the Buddhism or not? Yeah. So it's not Buddhism. Is that person practices the Buddha? Is that person practices Buddhism or not? Is it Buddhism or not? Is it Buddhism or not?
No, I don't think it's necessarily a Buddhist practice.
That person's practice.
It could be a Christian practicing.
It's not Buddhism.
Well, what is it? It's just a label, isn't it? It's a label in some ways.
It's a lighter.
It's a label. To call someone a Buddhist, is perhaps just to put a label on somebody.
No. I'm talking about his practice. Is he living this morality? Is he abstaining from 5 3 naked karmas of body, 4 naked karmas of speech, abstaining. Is that, Buddhism or not? The practice, this living the morality, is that Buddhism or not? That person's practice.
I think it's a Buddhist. He's doing
Buddhism.
a practice. It is a Buddhist practice, but I don't know whether you have to be a Buddhist to do that.
So his practice is Buddhism. His practice is Buddhism.
He is doing a practice that Buddhists do.
So he practices Buddhism, but it's not Buddhist. He practices Buddhism, right? But it's not Buddhist. But it's not Buddhist. He practices Buddhism, but it's not Buddhist.
Oh, I think that's what I'm saying, yeah.
So that means all the Christian monks and nuns they practice Buddhism because they have certain then they abstain from the 3 naked karmas body and 4 naked karmas speech or not?
No.
Do anybody know?
No, we don't.
Huh? Who is they're here. Venerable where? Oh, so. Huh? What? Not here? Yeah, so it's that from 3 naked karmas body and 4 naked karmas speech, living in morality.
It's not. They take vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. I think it's...
I can't say very close. Oh yeah. Go on.
So what is the question?
The Christian monks, living in morality, abstaining from 3 naked karmas of body and 4 naked karmas of speech.
Yes.
They had,
yes.
I think, 10 commandments. 10 commandments. But the last part that when the same, but generally there would be similarity.
There's similarity,
10 commandments, right?
Yes.
10 so they do have living the morality, precepts, the abstaining from killing, sexual conduct, and stealing. Then living the morality, abstaining from telling lies, slandering, gossiping, and harshly speaking. So
cool.
They have, right?
Yes.
Okay. So sorry, Chunyi, right? Chunyi?
Yes.
Is a priest. She was a priest before.
A Methodist minister.
A minister. Oh, minister.
Protestant, not Catholic. Protestant.
Protestant minister.
Yes.
Before. I met you. Geshe Sopas.
Yes.
So, how many years ago?
5 years ago, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I met her there, Geshe Sopas' place, when I went there for Geshe Sopas, the 1 month course. 5 years, right?
I think so, yes.
How long you did minister?
18 years.
Oh. So Somewhat, benevolent journey has strong karma to things from past. To naturally, naturally to practice Buddhism. Okay, so that's all. That's all. That's all. Good thing. Yeah. So. So all the kitchen monks, nuns, they practice Buddhism. No, doesn't matter what they call or not, but is it are they practicing Buddhism or not?
Yeah, I guess you'd have to say they were practicing the Dharma, which...
Not Buddhism.
Well, I just don't know whether they would call themselves Buddhist.
No,
really.
It doesn't matter. I'm not asking what they call themselves.
Okay.
That wasn't the question yet.
Okay, they're practicing Buddhism.
They practice Buddhism.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So that so they practice Buddhism. Does the Buddhist non-monks practice Christianity or not? Because they I mean, the reason is the Christian. I think Christian came before Buddhism. No, after. So anyway, the Buddhist monks they practice also Christianity, because they practice abstaining from abstaining from 4 nikamas, living morality, abstaining from 4 nikamas body, and living morality, abstaining from 3 nikamas body, and living morality, abstaining from 4 nikamas of speech. So they are practicing Christianity.
So
are they practicing Christianity?
The Buddhists are practicing Christianity.
Yeah,
and the Christians are practicing Buddhism.
Is the Buddhist monks practicing Christianity or not?
It's very hard to say. I would say they're both practicing Dharma, but I don't know whether I would say they were practicing what. A Christian wouldn't say they were practicing Buddhism, and I'm sure a Buddhist wouldn't say they were practicing Christianity. But I would say they're both practicing the Dharma.
So none of them. So okay. So now the Christian monks, nuns, they don't practice Buddhism, but they practice Dharma.
They both practice Dharma,
but not Buddhism. Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to give in. I'll have to give up because I don't really know the answer.
Yeah. Your action to become Buddhism, you see, it has to be done with refuge, rely on Buddhadharma, Sangha. Otherwise, it doesn't become Buddhism. That's just to clarify.
That's what I thought I said first.
What?
That's what I thought I said in the first place.
Yeah. So, what is the person's actions? Buddhism not defined by the so the person, like in the case of the morality. So, what is Buddhism not? They define what is a refuge in the heart, reliance of the Dharma Sangha. Say, so like that. And from that they can achieve good rebirth next life. Difficult to say. It's perfect human rebirth. That might be difficult to say, but human rebirth they can achieve from that. They can achieve that. I think even Hindus, for example, to be able to be born in the form realm, you see, they have to see that desire realm is only nature of suffering. So they have to have renunciation. Desire. So renunciation so that includes renunciation to this life. Desire realm, see. So, and then that, and looking at the form realm as a long life, peace, no sicknesses, many qualities, and the desire realm, short life, and there's so many sicknesses, so many sufferings, problems like that. So you see only desire, only suffering. So would have renunciation to this life. Is it in the desire? So then form realm as a quality. So that is objective, and then they achieve they practice shamatha, the 9 level, which is 9 level, the one partner's concentration. So then, so when they achieve shamatha, the preparation is done, then they achieve the actual body of the continual, precise concentration. It's called Tibetan Samdenjang Mushi. So that's how they get in the form realm from the desire. So it becomes Dharma. The meditation, strengthening, whatever. They have renunciation to this life, the desire, not only this life, but the whole desire realm. The whole desire realm, they see total nature. And then look at the form realm as quality. through shamatha, then they can respond there. Then even looking at the form realm as a natural suffering, then they get bored that even that pleasure, even that happiness, pleasure derived from meditation, even they get bored of that, this is suffering. Then they look at the seek for the formless realm, detachment to the formless realm, seeing all the suffering. Then looking at better to be in formless realm. So the meditation, it become pure Dharma, and then they achieve the higher but formless realm. But not necessarily Buddhism. Through Hindu, they can do that. So it is Dharma. It becomes Dharma because renounce attachment. The attitude is detached to this life. So it becomes Dharma. And the action Dharma with that, meditation Dharma, it becomes Dharma and pure Dharma. But not necessarily Buddhism. Not necessarily Buddhism, because that doesn't have refuge. Right, Buddhadharma, Sangha, so that. So in the even Hindu religion, they have this thing. So in some ways, it's also inspiration to us. So because this is the very first practice of Dharma, very first thing to do, very beginning of Dharma. So it's so in some ways it's inspiration because so even Hindus do that. So it's so yeah, it becomes inspiration. More. It may not necessarily recite the prayer. Prayer. She mainly having refuge in your heart, reliance to Buddhadharma Sangha, but with the by understanding that they have the qualities, power to liberate oneself from the not only raw realms as from suffering, samsara, and then other cause. One is the faith that they have the qualities, power to liberate oneself, and then, from the sufferings, samsara. Other ones the useful fear or the fear comes with wisdom. Fear with wisdom. understanding how the samsara, how your samsara is nature of suffering. So these two are caused. Then, with wholehearted love upon action, with wholehearted love upon them, that mental factor is the refuge. That mental factor. Then of course Maya, then there's extra cause, there's compassion for others. That's one. Besides those two other causes, then there's a compassion to all, compassion to sentiments of suffering. Then with these three causes, your mind qualified these three causes, with wholehearted love, with Dharma Sangha. So this is my refuge. So if this is there, in daily life is there, so yeah, that's the main thing. But I think, so. But probably the words recite it's to say maybe the say to make it stronger. See. So there's all this advanced merit one collect, as I mentioned before. So generally, with the refuge, I guess with the refuge, then if you do the practice, then that becomes Buddhism, morality or practice morality or meditation. If you do with the refuge, Buddhadharma Sangha, if you do Shine meditation, then become Buddhism. But without refuge, if there's no refuge in your heart, even if you have realization of Shine, if you are able to concentrate one pointedly for eons, it's not Buddhism. It doesn't become Buddhism. So then also basis of all the vows, Patimokkha vow, the refuge is the basis of Patimokkha, Buddhist Tantri vow. And draw of the Buddhadharma. Refuge is the drawer of the Buddhadharma. So without refuge, then you're not interested in Buddhadharma. You're an outsider. And by having refuge in the mind, in the heart, then you're an insider. The Tibetan called Nangba. Nangba means insider. So for answer, numerous as the moreover, the three rhythms are too small to hold the merit that is by recognizing and developing faith towards even a portion of them. So devote yourself to this practice earnestly and vigorously. Okay, so we stop there. Earnestly and vigorously. Changju Sumja Rinpoche Mati Wanon Diju Jamani Bambai. Kone Kondo Bewada Shu. The 3 time made is collective balance of others, made the Buddha Chitta be generated in one's heart, one's family image, and the hearts of all of us here, in the hearts of all the student benefactors in this organization, and those who give their life to others, doing service in the hearts of all the sentient beings, particularly in the hearts of everyone in this world, and in particular, and the leaders of the world. And in the hearts of all the terrorists and those who give so much harm to the world. Without delay, their virginity may be increased. Kadirave kurve shingande bendande wa malu juven. Jere se wa tenden jazo ye shabe se de bado tenjo roje. Pandela me kuje tenba da kanyam yola de je jwa dang da shen ma le so sa de jan de mi de san je do wa chen je no. Due to the past, spiritual medical materials about this may able to offer limited scars benefit of syndemic teaching of the Buddha, like Lama Zopa, by having the same quality with me as Lama Zopa has from now on in all my future lifetimes, in every second to be like that. Is there anything left? Is there any dedication for the to be an session? Anything left? Or you have done? Finished?
2 of them. There are 2 left.
Okay. Yeah.
Third session. Due to all the merits the 3 times created by me, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all other sentient beings, may whatever I experience, good or bad, suffering or happiness, sickness or health, praise or blame, gain or loss, good reputation or bad reputation, long life or death, even being born in the hell realms, whatever I experience, may it only be of benefit to sentient beings, that which causes all sentient beings to achieve enlightenment. By myself alone. Due to the merits the 3 times collected by me, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all other sentient beings, wherever I am, whatever universe, world, country, area, or place, just by my being there, may the sentient beings who are in that universe, world, country, area, or place never be reborn in the lower realms. May they immediately be liberated from all disease, spirit harm, negative karma, and defilements. May they achieve enlightenment quickly by actualizing the whole path, especially bodhicitta.
Immediately also stop war, famine, disease, torture, poverty, intensify out any undesirable things that happen in the world, immediately stopped and never ever experience further cause of that. Did all the past, present, future merits collected? Did all the past, present, future merits collected by me? Did I merits collected by others? That which what exists, that which exists is what is merely left by mind. What doesn't exist, all this merits, the part that which doesn't exist, that it is what appeared to us and believed a real merits, a real merit appearing from there. That was totally non-existent, empty. Where the I, who exists, is what was merely labeled by mind, but what doesn't exist, who do not exist, is what appear, what normally appear, real one, appearing from there, which is believed, true. So it's a total non-existent, empty. Achieve good Buddhadharma's enlightenment, which what exists is what is merely labeled by mind. What doesn't exist is the what appeared real one, in the sense appearing from there, was believed as totally non-existent, empty. And all the and lead all the sentient beings who exist, who are merely labeled by mind, but who don't exist, is there, who appears to us the real one, in the sense appearing from there. So that part totally non-existent, and empty. To the Buddhadharma's enlightenment, which exists, also, what is merely labeled by mind, what doesn't exist, what appears as the real one, in the sense appearing from there, which is totally non-existent, empty, right there. By myself alone, who exists is who is merely labeled by mind, but who do not exist is I that appear real one, to towards the mind, in the sense appearing from there, who is totally non-existent, empty. Dedicate all the merits to be able to follow her action with the Buddha's Dharma. But Matsuka says, to realize this, I dedicate all the merits in the same way 3 times Buddha's dedicate the merits. The other participant, which are married may as soon as we should be success immediately. And other words, may they find fit with their statue, they will go construct as quick as possible. As they can complete abide in this world in the middle of the comes, we must be able to enlighten all something as quick as possible. Next slide, that. Then what they able to then all the rest of the projects, building holy objects, so forth, offering service to the Sanghas, east-west, then the social services, all whatever is planned to be succeed immediately by everyone needs, and every center to be most beneficial to all something is able to cause faith and reducing karma and cause loving and compassion Buddhist in the heart of everyone is very Lama Zopa. And may all the projects whatever they have be succeed immediately. So able to provide all the needs general teaching with Buddha, particularly Lama Zopa Rinpoche, spread in all the directions, be fresh by even this world, by complete exploration with one's heart, one's family, all of us here, and the organization, the Buddha House, all the organizers, all the service here, of course, and the house of all the student benefactors, and those who give up their life to the organization, doing service in everyone's heart. Complete exercise in everyone's heart in this very lifetime. Without delaying a second.